What's up guys, this is Devon with Repair My Funnel, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how you can use a Chrome extension that is a mobile simulator and the developer tools to make sure that your mobile optimization is top notch every single time. Of course, as we get started, there's one thing that you actually need. It is this mobile simulator that we use. We use the free version. You could use the free version as well. We'll link it in the description below. Other than that, as long as you're using Google Chrome, this will be a pretty seamless process. So we have a funnel open here. I'm just going to preview it. I'm going to go to the lab URL, and we want to make sure we have the Chrome extension pinned. It's this one right here. If you downloaded it and you don't know how to pin it, hit this little puzzle piece and then just make sure that when you see the mobile simulator, you hit this little pin icon and you should be good to go. That just makes it easy to initiate the mobile simulator. So once we have this in place, we can click the mobile simulator icon. That'll initiate this iPhone version here. You can go through and select different versions, even not on the Pro plan. To be honest with you, I usually just keep it on the iPhone simulation, but you can kind of mess around with that if you'd like. Now, if you were trying to rebuild this funnel, let's say you were trying to funnel hack and you were kind of looking at it and you were saying, you know, from the mobile side of things, I want to try to get this as good as I possibly can. What you can actually do is you can inspect the page. Now, naturally, you may be thinking to yourself, well, why can't I just use another Chrome extension like, let's say, CSS Peeper? CSS Peeper is an excellent tool, and it does give you a lot of data on a funnel, but it only works well if you're going on desktop. And the reason why is if you're using a Chrome extension, you can't use another Chrome extension on top of it. So the solution is to have the mobile simulator open. And then honestly, I'm gonna right click and go down to inspect. And then right now I have this in this orientation where I can give more space to mobile. If you need to change the dock position, you can also do that from right here. Like let's say you needed it down here at the bottom. I'm gonna keep it at the top right-hand corner. From here, let's go ahead and let's just take a look at some things. So as you're hovering over stuff, if you've never used the developer tools before, when you're hovering over these properties, we're actually going inside each container. So this full container that we see right here, that's the section. This piece right here, this is the button. This is the actual text of the button. And if we slightly hover outside, we can see that this is actually the row. Sometimes on mobile, it's a little hard to get in between, so we might have a hard time finding the columns, but if you do enough movement, you can kind of find it. I have the left column right here. Now, what good is this? Well, you can see some pretty awesome stuff. For example, the color that's being used, the exact text code, along with the font size. And then even so, on images, you can do the same thing. Now it shows a measurement right there of a height and a width, but what I like to do for images, for example, is I like to just click. And then in the styles box here, it should give you some more information overall about the image. Now, I know I used some shadows and stuff on the image, so that's gonna show at the top here, it looks like. But if I scroll down just a little bit, it shows that I have this set to 100% width and nothing else. So the height is actually auto set based on what I set the width of this image. And the list goes on. You can go back through all of this stuff. If you click on something, you got to come up to this little icon up here to make it initiate again, or use that hotkey I mentioned, and then you could just kind of highlight again. So I could see the exact font family that's being used. I could see the exact pixels and the hex code. Now, if you click on something, so let's say we wanted to figure out more about the button itself, we can click on the button. We can figure out the button size. We can even see that it's in a flex container here. The other thing as well is if we go into the text of the button, we get more information on what I have the font set to. So it's set to 1.25 rem. Now, that could be different based on your base font and your style guide. So I always recommend, if you're inspecting the page, hover over the text and that'll give you the exact pixel, because this might end up being different based on what you have set for your base font and your style guide. With that being said, you can see if I've adjusted any of the letter spacing. So being that it's at 0, that's just the default, and the line height I have is 100%. This is just the tip of the iceberg with the mobile simulator and the developer tool. It's one of my favorite things to use when it comes to making sure my mobile is really tight, especially if I'm funnel hacking. Now, you could really go down a rabbit hole here with the developer tools and the mobile simulator, and it's kind of fun, honestly. Like, let's say, for example, we wanted to find an actual width of a row. We can hover over to this guy and click on it, and we can see the width up here. You can see some more information as well, like the border radius of the overall row. So I have a little bit of a cornered radius here of 5 pixels. You can see even the top margin that's being used. It's super incredible, and the list goes on. We really enjoy making these videos. We highly encourage you to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future updates from us. And if you're unfamiliar with who Repair My Funnel is, we are a done-for-you tech support service, and for a limited time, we're actually offering this service for just $1 up front. And let me let you guys in on a cool little secret. This template that you see right here, this template is actually included in some of the premium templates involved in Repair My Funnel. So if this sounds like something that is interesting to you, we highly encourage you to go to repairmyfunnel.com to get started today. But otherwise, I will see you guys on the next one.